What is this miniature fireplace with a lid, bought at a second-hand market in Tunis? It seems to be vintage cast iron and approximately 10 centimeters tall. The only opening it has is the top lid, and I found some similar-looking lamp bases online, but these would have had a hole for a cable to pass through. It doesn't seem to be a trinket box or storage because of the 2 screws that go through the inside. It's also not liquid-proof because the bottom part has small openings. Can you please help me figure out what this is? It's an Art Nouveau inkwell in the shape of a Godin wood-burning stove. A small inkwell cup is located under the loading hatch at the top of the hearth, and the handle of which also serves as a pen rest. What is this metal object made up of 2 main parts that are connected via a metal wire and is about the length of a credit card? No letters or numbers are stamped into it, and there is a hook on the back of one of the main parts. It is currently being used to hook glasses on a purse, but that's probably not the original intended use. Any help would be amazing. It's an antique keyring belt hook, or a key holder for a belt, from the mid-19th century. Here's a similar one with 1865 engraved on it. What is this compartment between the hallway and the basement stairs in a 1939 home in the US? I just bought this 1939 home in the Midwestern USA. In the main floor hallway, there is this small recessed compartment in the wall separating the hallway from the basement stairs, with a door opening into the stairs. The opening is about 1 square foot, maybe slightly larger, and the thin horizontal piece of wood near the top of the compartment does not move. There is some sort of pivoting metal bracket, seen in close-up in the second photo. Any information would be greatly appreciated. It's an old telephone niche. The black 42A Connect block is a dead giveaway. I installed hundreds back in the day. It opens from both sides, so it can be accessed from the basement. That thin shelf near the top was for the phone book. Everything and everyone was thinner back then. They were just called phone directories at the time, since they were more booklets than books. It could have also been for a small notebook with people's contact info. What is this square solid wooden box my friend found at the flea market? It has felt on the bottom, and it feels about 3 to 4 pounds in weight. He said it may have been for cigars, so that is why he gave it to me. It has 6 storage compartments inside that raise when the lid is raised. It could be to display cigars, but it seems weird. I found one online, but they do not know what it is either. I tried searching online, eBay and Google, using Apple's image search, but besides the one I found, no others were found. Any idea what it's for and when it's from? I have one of these. It's a 1970s playing cards box that holds 6 individual decks of US flags bicentennial playing cards. It appears to be the exact same. There's even the same zebra wood strip in the center of the top. It's curved on the bottom to make it easier to grab the whole deck, because a finger would slide between the bottom of the deck and the wood at the bottom. What is this large clear glass cylinder with multiple openings, found in a sink in an outbuilding on an old farm in western Washington, USA? The building was used as a veterinary supply room under one owner, an office under another, and was connected to the old milking parlor. It's probably 2 feet long and maybe 14 inches wide at the widest. It has couplers that make it seem like it was part of a larger machine. The farm was a dairy at the time the building it was found in was built in the 1960s. Later, it was a horse training facility, and later still, it was an organic vegetable farm. Most recently, it was a sheep farm. The item could be associated with any of those operations or completely unrelated. There was a shelf full of antique vases next to the metal sink. Any insight is extremely helpful. It's a milk receiver jar for a milking machine. It was part of our milking system when I was growing up 50 years ago. The vacuum system milks the cows and draws the milk into this tank. Once the tank was about full, a sensor was triggered, and the milk was pumped from this tank through a filter and into the bulk tank. Milking continued with no vacuum loss in the system while the milk was pumped. What is this metal telescoping item with a hoop and a cap at one end? About 16 inches long, and the opposite end has a solid cylindrical shaft of smaller diameter. Does anyone know what this is? It's a World War II collapsible antenna used with the military Jeep radios. It could extend from a compact 15 inches to a full 13 feet when fully extended. It had a communication range of approximately 5 miles, and it was designed to operate in the 27 to 38.9 MHz FM band. This collapsible design was practical for field use, allowing the antenna to be quickly stowed or deployed as needed, and was used in World War II Jeeps throughout World War II. What is this some sort of handle found in an auction box? It looks like it mounts to something and is spring-loaded to flip down. Maybe for a large door, or a cabinet pull, or possibly off a boat. And perhaps very old, based on the dry rot on the wood parts. What is this, and what did it attach to? It's a coffin handle, and possibly Victorian. It may have been damaged, or the family wanted a different style or color. There are several different reasons it may have been replaced. What is this thing I found behind a boiler room in my complex? It's made of metal, around 3.5 feet, and very heavy, with no maker's mark. It looks like a water cooler for some type of radiator. Does anyone know what it is? It's a section from an old sectional boiler, used for both hot water and steam heating systems in residential and commercial settings, and were commonly used from the late 19th century through much of the 20th century. Sectional boilers are composed of cast iron blocks, or sections that can be pieced together to form boilers of various sizes. The heat passed through flues surrounding the cast iron sections filled with water. The heated water, or steam, circulated through a network of pipes to heat the building. Condensed steam or cooled water is returned to the boiler to be reheated. Over time, these sections may crack or leak. The sectional design made the boiler easier to transport, assemble, and repair, especially in older buildings with small doorways or basements. What is the large triangle in the middle of the picture? It's old and hanging on a wall. It's around 3 feet long and located in Pennsylvania. Some speculations between friends are a fire bellows, or some sort of pump for blacksmithing, a seed planter, and a long narrow butter churner. Do you have any ideas on what this could be? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.